Below is the English translation of the provided text. Therefore, only those with elevated minds can come to this place, access the Dhamma, and uphold the Dhamma in the place where they meet. It's no coincidence. It's a divine decree, a preparation, a willingness of them and of you who are sitting here. However, human wisdom has limitations in perception. You cannot recall the past, nor can you foresee the future. Therefore, what you do with faith is not faith without reason. There are old reasons that have led you to be here in the present. Don't be surprised. In the near future, you will witness miracles that I and other celestial beings will come together to perform, in order to ensure the continued existence of your human realm. What the deities who have descended have done is out of their kindness, compassion, and mercy. They have come to awaken you. But how do they descend? They can descend as humans like you, but would you believe them? Even if the person you revere is in the form of a monastic, most people, even knowing they are good, cannot follow their teachings or listen to their Dhamma. Therefore, in the deliberation of the divine realm, the method of coming through a human body and performing various miracles is a method that the divine realm has already deliberated upon. It is a good method that allows for many actions without the constraints of the monastic rules laid down by the Buddha. Hence, what you have been discussing, the limitations of humans allow them to accept only some things, to believe only some things. The remaining things that they cannot accept, they do not realize that ignorance blinds them, allowing them to accept only this much, only that much, limiting them in this way and that. Ignorance blinds them. All things that the Buddha realized and taught, which you may have heard of as the Buddha teaching you only a handful of leaves from an entire forest, yet even with this handful, you still obstruct each other, and your wisdom is not able to fully comprehend all that the Buddha taught. And do you think what else might be in that entire forest that he did not teach? It is beyond your imagination, beyond your contemplation. Therefore, the Buddha's Dhamma is not based on logic. What is logic? Logic is calculation based on cause and effect, or your science. It is not yet sufficient to apply to his methods. Therefore, there are still many things beyond the scope of science, beyond the scope of human psychic abilities to know whether you can believe them or not. But those things already exist, have existed before, and will exist in the future. You will receive transmissions according to your wisdom's capacity to comprehend. I have stated before that I will reveal, teach, and tell you about technology, according to your accumulated merits to receive it. It is not possible to teach or reveal everything. It's like teaching a young child doctoral level knowledge. You can teach them to death, but they won't understand. Therefore, if they can learn A, B, C, then we teach that. In what you perceive, some people's mental capacity can learn first or second grade, some can learn third or fourth grade. We must teach according to their merits. Therefore, there must be a separation, so that those with the merits to reach the core of the Dhamma go their own way, and those who are new, still in the outer shell of alien knowledge, go another way, so that they may fulfill their desires without confusion or mixing. Hence, what you think about disasters, they will certainly occur, more than you can imagine. But by that time, you will only perceive what is happening where you are. As for the other 70 to 80% of your world experiencing disasters, they will bear it, as your communication will no longer be possible. The misery, the sorrow, the pity, you will only see and experience what is directly in front of you. You will not have the opportunity to know the rest. They will have to bear their own karma. I believe you understand what I have told you. The main point here emphasizes Dhamma, because Dhamma is the solution that turns heavy into light. Science is merely a follower. It can reach 1,000 meters but only know a little over 10 meters, yet it thinks it knows a lot. Your science is backward. It cannot compare to the psychic abilities of the gods. Humans think they are great, think they know a lot. Even the most advanced foreign nations in your human world are still very backward. You have less technology than them, yet they think they are great. You don't know that in their hearts, they intend to rule over the entire world. Do you understand? Those with the highest technology in your world, they intend to rule over your world. Therefore, this thought is dangerous. It is the root cause of ultimate perversion, leading to an unavoidable World War III among you. Because no one will yield, for no matter how great someone is, there will always be others as great, who must fight each other, just as in the Buddhist prophecy, non-religious giants fighting each other, each dying by half. It is truly so. This may answer the doubts of many as to why there are so many sacred beings communicating with the human world during this period, be they devas, gods, brahmas, deceased revered monks, or even extraterrestrials, who are coming in great numbers worldwide in this era. It is for the reasons stated above. Whether humans will believe it or not is up to them. But sacred beings, whether communicating or extraterrestrials, continue to help humanity in their duties as before. Many other questions have been foretold 10 years ago, including matters of global disasters, natural laws, preparations, and many other things. Therefore, Kala emphasizes Dhamma as its main point. The matter of extraterrestrials is something that comes to assist in concrete ways, capable of providing real help. People who traveled to Kala in 1998 would go to practice Dhamma, listen to sermons, and watch UFOs simultaneously. And sometimes, there would be waves from the Supreme Being of Pluto, answering the doubts and questions of many people. It is another channel through which waves are transmitted via technological devices, connecting with humans and allowing access to information from extraterrestrials. And as emphasized from the beginning, readers of these messages should read with consideration and mindful deliberation, as these are specific group-related messages received through transmission. It does not mean you must believe or disbelieve, or feel any alarm. The Supreme Being of Pluto has a lifespan of tens of thousands of years. Their planet has a very cold, sub-zero atmosphere, so they must live underground and exist in subtle bodies. Due to their extremely long lifespan, they primarily practice meditation, have highly developed minds, and are aware of the history of this human world, which has undergone many changes over various eras. This is a part of the information provided for your awareness, showing that no matter how great, nothing can overcome nature. Nothing can resist the force of karma. Therefore, the technology we strive so hard to research and acquire, ultimately must originate from a developed mind. This is why extraterrestrials must first teach about the mind at the initial level, because there must be an elevation of the mind to conform to universal natural laws. Because to transmit technology, one must have a mind ready to receive it. Miracles of the 5 aggregates. From the perspective of an extraterrestrial. Selected messages from the Supreme Being of Pluto, transmitted as sound waves at Kala on March 6, 1999. Supreme Being of Pluto, the human mind, it's not difficult to see. Those with defilements, it's not hard to see. Why can those with high mental states see those with low mental states? It's easy because they see the defilements. Defilements don't just disappear. Since we have gone through having defilements and gone through letting go, letting go, letting go, we know. We know human desires. We know how it must go like this, like this. In the gross aspects, you can somewhat perceive, oh, it desires this, it thinks this. It's easy, you can see it. When it becomes more subtle, you must have a higher, elevated mind to see it. Therefore, it is a natural law, not many miracles. If you want to see many miracles, You can see it right away. The ultimate miracle is your own body. It's the ultimate miracle. What is this? How does it work? What is this? Can this be controlled? It runs in a system. This part runs here, that part runs there. It digests in a system. Wow, it's incredible. You don't have to look far. If you think it's a miracle, your own body is more miraculous. It works on its own, and its owner barely understands it. Otherwise, why would they need to learn? This is an arm, this is a leg, inside there's a stomach, how does it work? If they knew what illness it was, why would they need others to examine them? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why did it grow here? It can't be controlled. This is the most amazing thing. Trees or other animals are not as complex as you. The body is complex, and the mind is even more complex. Therefore, when we practice, looking at ourselves as supreme. When everything within ourselves becomes clear, all difficulties vanish. That's all. Therefore, an arahant might not even be literate if they know by themselves, but they must understand the Dhamma. If they cannot speak or hear, it's difficult. It's hard for a deaf person to attain arahantship because they cannot contemplate the Dhamma. It's hard for a blind person to attain arahantship because they cannot compare the Dhamma. Except for individuals who once had good sight and hearing and practiced Dhamma, and later faced various karmic results, if they still have wisdom, they can do it if given the opportunity. It's not something too extraordinary or miraculous. Everything is ordinary. If you see a flying saucer as a miracle, it's not. Your body is more miraculous than a flying saucer that flies. That is just an ordinary mechanism. Metal objects combined with mental energy. It's not even beyond your body. But it's strange for the human realm because they've never seen it. So, it's not a miracle. Extraterrestrials are not a miracle. But humans, the human ego, just being able to recall past lives is the ultimate miracle. What is it? Just knowing what we used to be in the past is the ultimate miracle. Therefore, here, let us know the principles of Dhamma. We will encounter the most excellent things. We will not review the old. Why review it? It has already passed. And we will be the ones to restore your condition, restore your Dhamma, restore your mental energy, your concentration, your jhana. Here, we must use the old to build new merits and receive additional technology. This is not something we will give you, but something you already had before. This is a fusion. This is a transcript of sound waves recorded from the Supreme Being of Pluto, transmitted at Kaukala on March 6, 1999. Therefore, if anyone knows Fasuchi P. Sujai, if anyone knows the Kaukala group, or if anyone knows the Warning Coordination Group, Kaukala, that has been involved in communicating with extraterrestrials for the past 10 years until now, they will know that if you talk about extraterrestrials or disasters with this group, they will only tell you a little, only about 30%. The remaining 70% will mostly be about Dhamma, about letting go, about relinquishing the ego. Many people who were only interested in extraterrestrials would gradually disappear. Those who remained were only interested in Dhamma. But what the general public does not understand is, why do extraterrestrials have to teach Dhamma practice? For what purpose? Extraterrestrials, who are highly advanced in mind and technology, instead place importance on mind training, letting go of the ego, and developing spirituality, without considering anything to be a miracle. The system emphasizes looking within oneself, staying with oneself, observing and knowing the various states that arise in oneself at every moment, to be aware of the 5 aggregates of clinging. And finally, when it becomes more subtle, even the mind itself must be let go of, because the mind is also a part of nature. Extraterrestrials never teach one to send the mind outside the body, but to stay only in the present, not to turn to study flying saucers and extraterrestrials. Because extraterrestrials always say that nothing is a miracle. Everything is simply nature that humans have not yet discovered. The journey to Kaukala, of extraterrestrials. Selected messages from the Supreme Being of Pluto. Transmitted as sound waves at Kaukala. October 10, 1998. Kun Patarapal, Mr. Parasystal said that his body has both a physical form and a subtle body, and he can project his mind at will. Does he mean this, that you projected your minds here? Supreme Being, extraterrestrials are humans with physical bodies, just like you. Whether it's an extraterrestrial from Mars, or from the planet Lokakatapakadiko, or myself. But that physical body is not made of the four gross elements, nor is it like yours. It's difficult to explain because the elements of each extraterrestrial's body will be physical. Do you understand? They have physical bodies, but those physical bodies will not have earth, water, wind, and fire mixed together as elements like yours. It will be another type of physical body, each different. There will be more details than this. You humans are considered the grossest, your gross bodies. Therefore, in the bodies of extraterrestrials, whether from Mars, they will have their own physical bodies, and they will be able to project a subtle body as another part. As for me, I will have a physical body and another subtle body. But when coming here, there are both physical bodies, but not all of you can see them, because the physical body can enter a dimension, or what you might call the fourth dimension. This makes it so that when they conceal the dimension, you cannot see them. Do you understand? Kun Patarapal, then why do reports say that extraterrestrials can pass through walls? Supreme Being, walking through walls is something they do by passing their subtle body through the wall, but in their subtle body, they make themselves visible to you. Do you understand? Their subtle body, for example, what you call your spirit. They can make themselves visible to you as a physical form if they have the power. Therefore, extraterrestrials are humans of many types. But for those who come to communicate and assist with disasters this time, like myself, there will be both a subtle body and a gross body. But in the subtle body, they can make themselves visible or invisible to you, and in the gross body, they can conceal the dimension, making themselves visible or invisible to you. Therefore, extraterrestrials walking through walls can happen in two ways: by passing their gross body through, by dematerializing, or by making their subtle body visible to you and walking through. It depends on which situation is most appropriate to use. Kun Warat, Supreme Being, this is my second time here. I want to ask you, Supreme Being, do you know through your psychic abilities that disasters will occur, and that you must come to help resolve them? How long does it take for you to travel from Pluto to Earth in a physical craft? How long will you stay to help until the situation is resolved and people on Earth can be at ease and start anew? Supreme Being, that's a good question. I come from Pluto, which is on the cosmic map. We are in the same universe, share the same sun, have celestial bodies as branches, and use orbits within the same magnetic field's gravitational pull. The journey doesn't take long, because why? Because there's a shortcut. The shortcut is passing through dimensions. This is advanced knowledge, and explaining it might be difficult to understand. Let's call it passing through dimensions. Therefore, no matter how far the distance or how long the duration, it's not important.